Hello and welcome back to another episode of Booked or Busted, where we make one call, there's two scores, and there's absolutely no excuses. Today, we're going to be calling a plumbing company out of North Carolina called and we're going to see how they do. So, Daniel, we don't need the weather today. This is a plumbing company. However, weather can affect plumbing a little bit, but it's not cold right now, so it is hot in North Carolina.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It is perfectly 75 because of this
really?
cold front.
Oh,
yeah, it is a
wow.
magical day outside, which means they should be super quick. So, it's actually shifting expectations because they should be Johnny on the spot because it was 62 last night.
Absolutely.
So,
And it makes you wonder, do they have a plumbing call center? Some companies, depending on their size, have dedicated plumbing CSRs. A lot of times, more commonly, it's a cross-trained CSR. They handle plumbing and HVAC. So we'll see here. But overall, a nice day. We're going to call in. I have a busted water heater. It's going to be a really old water heater. So we're going to see if they even ask the age of the system to get the priority level of the call. But this should be good. Let's get it going.
It's a great day. This is Kayla.
Hey, Kayla, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not so good.
I'm sorry to hear that. What's going on?
Yeah, my water heater broke down on me last night, so my whole family, we had to take cold showers this morning, so that wasn't fun.
Sorry about that. And let me see here. Have you ever used our services before?
I don't believe so.
And where are you located? What's up?
Yeah, and that's Greenville.
And you are the homeowner.
I am.
In that case, since this is your first time using our services, I'm going to go ahead and waive that dispatch we usually have of the $59.50. So it'll be a free estimate for the repair or replacement, whichever you're looking into.
Okay, you're gonna waive the dispatch fee?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so is this are they gonna give options as well, or just an estimate to replace it?
Yeah, yes, sir. So you'll get estimates for both repair and replacement options, whichever you're looking more into. They obviously go with the repairs first.
Okay.
And you said it is a tank or tankless water heater?
It's a tank.
And is it gas or electric?
It's electric.
Okay. And do you know how old it is? If not, it's okay.
Yeah, it's probably 13 years old.
Gotcha. And where is it located in the home?
It's in my garage.
Okay. Definitely something I do. I was looking at my schedule as well. I can definitely get somebody out there today, if that works for your schedule. If not, we have it looks like any day this week.
Oh, no, that'll work.
And today I can do our after 1 p.m. Our next time slot with the 1 hour heads up.
Okay, what's the time frame?
So it'd be sometime after 1 p.m. I'm not too sure, when they will actually get there. Depends on how that job goes prior. Is there any time like early afternoon that you aren't available or late afternoon?
Okay, so sometime after 1 p.m. they'll arrive, and they'll call me an hour before, you said? Okay, that's fine.
Alrighty. And let's see here. On this number, the 229-261-7344. Is that your best number?
Yep.
Perfect. And may I have your first and last name for file?
Yeah, it's Dave. And then Longacre, Longacre.
And would you like to add any spouses information here to file or co-owners?
No, that's okay.
And then a good email where any of the estimates or receipts will go.
Okay, it's Dave Longacre 81 at Gmail.
And is this home in a gated community at all?
It's not.
And just to confirm, it looks like you said it was Greenville. What's that zip code? It's showing up for me at 27858.
That's right.
I'm going to clarify. I'm going to run that through the system just to make sure it's in our service area. Yeah, I do sincerely apologize. It looks like that is out of our service area.
Oh, I thought it said Greenville on your website.
Yes, sir. Greenville, South Carolina, and Charleston are our service areas here. Your address is showing up in North Carolina, that 27858.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to triple check here. But yes, sir, if you are over in North Carolina, then that definitely would be out of our service area. Yes, sir. It looks like it's pretty far out from where we service. And we service at Charleston and Greenville here in South Carolina locally as of now. I definitely would recommend the Better Business Bureau. And putting in your zip code on there, there should be some good company.
Okay. Okay.
Anything else? Any questions for me? I'm sorry about that.
No, that's it. That's it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so that was a definitely a mistake on my part, but we're gonna play into this, and I'll tell you why. We'll start here, and then Daniel, you can tell me your technical side. Speedy answer was 16 seconds, so that's pretty good.
So that call was actually offered to another agent, and it was forwarded over. She was the second agent in the line, so the system functioned as it should have. So that's a point in their favor.
Okay, and
Keep going.
right from the call center whisper. I love it. So let's talk about being out of zip code. So we talk about knocking customers' socks off, right? So now I know for a fact that this company has a lot of partner locations, right? They're part of, they have other locations, but they also are in network with other companies. I know that for a fact. So what I would have liked to seen is, and I would have to check exactly if they have one in North Carolina, but for her to say, hey, well, we do have a partner location that could service you, right? Still take care of the customer. And now one of our partners is getting the business. So my question would be, do they have a partner location in North Carolina? And even if they don't, she did make the recommendation, hey, go to Better Business Bureau, and that's good. I like going above and beyond. And this is just me. I like knocking customer socks off. I would do a quick Google search and say, hey, Mr. Dave, I found 3 companies that have really good reviews. Would you like me to go on and email those? I got your email. I'll send those over to you real quick just to make it easy on you. So that's just a little step, right, that will really knock that customer's socks off. And maybe I don't need them today. I'm out of service area, but I'm going to feel really good about that experience. And if I know somebody in the area, maybe I move to that area, I'm going to use that business or I'm going to refer that business. So just a little point there that I'd like to point out. Hello, this is Corey from the future. I'm here to deliver you a very important message. I just flew in on the DeLorean. Doc Brown sent me to deliver this to you. No, I'm just kidding. But I do have a very important message for you, and that is I missed something. I missed something pretty big. Now, I just gave some really good critiques around the customer being outside of the service area. And those are great critiques, but I missed one really big thing, and maybe you caught it. The CSR spent 6 minutes on the phone with somebody she could not even service. So essentially, the CSR wasted 6 minutes on the phone with somebody she could not service. That should have been figured out in the first 30 seconds of the call. Now, I do not teach, and I preach against it. Don't start. The CSRs are in the habit of doing their greeting. The customer states their problem and their pain, and they say, okay, what's your address? That's not good. You want to make sure you meet the customer's 3 emotional needs. What's that sound like? Dave stated his problem. Oh, no, that's not good. I hate to hear that. Can you tell me a little bit more about your situation? Well, Dave, we can definitely help you with that. When were you hoping to have somebody come out? Great. Have you used our services before? What's that address? When she plugs her address into her field service management software, she should immediately identify that I was outside of her service area. Typically, that happens in the first 30 seconds of the call. So, because of that, I'm going to have to deduct 1.2 points from the score that you're going to see me give. But I'll get more into the customer service side. Daniel, why don't you jump into the tech stack side, the phone system, and let us know where you're at.
So I'm hesitant to do this. Um, they're running a really good stack. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I've got
Good.
a couple guesses on the platforms that they're using, the integrations that they're using, because she was able to cross-reference so quickly. So from a tech score perspective, I was actually really pleased with everything I saw, everything I heard, so to speak. I have an idea of the platforms that they're running. I have an idea of the integrations they've got going on because of how quickly she was able to cross-reference some data, and get some information, make some decisions based on actionable information. I'm going to rate them really high. I'm going to rate them an 8.5. I'm going to tell you, I'm taking an entire point and a half because it was pretty perfect for the most part, but I am taking an entire point and a half off of the tech stack score for one reason and one reason only. They're using a lower quality mic, or that mic from her agent perspective, because she's using a software-based client. I can tell she's not using a physical phone, but that the mic, the boom from her mic is too far away from her mouth. That is the only reason I'm docking a whole point and a half. And when you combine that with a soft speaking CSR, you asked 3 or 4 times, I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry, what'd you say? And so like that's happening to you. And we're kind of like an ideal customer profile, like we're pretty easy to do business with. You're actively listening.
And if the
What if this
customer's
is
hard of hearing too, which I don't have the best
hard of
hearing in the world,
hearing?
right?
If they got a baby running around the house, like the time of day we're calling is going to be a different type of worker. I might be on my lunch break going through the drive-through, like all this other stuff going on. And so you've got to be clear. I would rather the customer have to turn me down because I'm too loud. But when you combine it with a soft speaker, they need a little bit better mic on her, or that mic needs to be a little bit closer. Don't change the CSR. You get a ton of sympathy because she is a little bit soft spoken. It's actually a little bit of power positioning, I think. But you need to be able to hear, and that's the tech stack score. I'm docking a full point and a half for that. Other than that, 8.5, man.
Eight and a
That
half.
was
That's great. That's the highest
yeah.
one yet. Highest one yet. I love it. So on the customer service side, speed of answer, 16 seconds. That's pretty good. I was happy with that. There was a little bit of dead air. Got to dock a little bit of points for that. She did show empathy. You notice how I paused and when she asked, and I kind of just let it sit, and then she's like,
Mhm.
it was a little awkward, but then she was like, "Oh well, I'm sorry to hear that," because she said, how's it? How are you doing? I said, how are you doing? And she said, how are you doing? And I said, not so good.
Mhm.
And it was just silence for a minute. And then she's like, oh, well, I'm really sorry to hear that. So
Yeah.
she shows some empathy. And then I did state my problem. My water heater broke down. I had to take a cold shower. And then she did show empathy again, what I like to hear. But what word did she use, Daniel?
The one that you always get onto me for. Sorry. She said sorry
She,
2 or 3 times. I'm
yeah.
sorry about that, which I know is a problem for you.
Well, here's the thing. And I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. It's better than nothing, but sorry is a very cliche word, right? It's overused. So people aren't going to feel it as much because they hear it so much. So instead of saying sorry, if she would have said, first of all, one critique, two, always get the name out of the gate. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with? So you can start using their name. There's magic in that. So, oh, Dave, I hate to hear you're going through that. I've been there before. That's not fun to take a cold shower.
Mm.
Now you feel that a lot more than, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Right? Because that's just
Yeah.
cliche. They don't really care. They're just saying it, right?
Yeah.
And remember, how you sound is more important than what you say, right?
Yeah.
So people will forget what you said, forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. And how do you make them feel something over the phone? But it's by your tone of voice. I could say,
Mhm.
oh, no, that's not good. Or I could say, no, that's not good. What one do you
Mhm.
feel more, right? What one shows you I care, right? So that's a big critique there. Gotta knock some points for that. However, other than that, same with what you said, Daniel, pretty solid. Asked the age. I liked her call flow. She asked really good qualifying questions. about, where my water heater was located. Did a great job. Was able to book me same day. However, I wasn't in the service area. I already critiqued that.
Look, that call was booked. Like, it was
That call was booked. Yeah,
She was booking
100%
that
booked.
job. Yeah.
Same day. It was a priority call. She got the age, so I love that. So with the points I got to dock for a few things I mentioned, you know what, Daniel? I'm gonna go on and give this an 8.5.
Makes
There you go.
Hey, I'm going to average our scores real quick. Let me do some calculations. So that gives them an average score of 8.5, I think.
Yeah, I would say this is a clean book. A few things, like you said, they could have done on the tech side, and some of the things I mentioned on the customer side could have easily put this call in the 9s, which, if you're in the 9s, guess what? That's sock knocker certified. That's out of this world. And so I can't wait till we get one. I know we'll get one eventually, hopefully. But that's a clean book today. So there you go. Thanks again for watching Booked or Busted. Today's score is 8.5. We look forward to seeing you next time.